Good morning, baby girl. I have been getting a lot of DMs asking on tips for studying forensic psychology. So I just made a whole list and I'm going to read them off to you. Number 1, start studying yourself. If you don't understand how you operate, how are you going to understand how someone else operates? You are your biggest test factor. Ask yourself why you want to do this and why you behave certain ways with other people in society. That's going to open up a lot of doors for you just to start off. You're going to start really looking inward and being like, okay, I understand triggers. I understand I could probably speak a little bit better. You need to work on your health and mind with that. You can be physically fit, that's cool, but if you're not mentally fit, it's going to come out. Trust me, from a girl who crashed out and started social media. Trust me, you need to work on your health for your mind. 2, you need to understand that you can achieve becoming a forensic psychologist in multiple different ways. My story, just per se, I got mine with getting an associate's degree, a general associate's degree, because I almost failed out, a bachelor's in criminal justice, and then I moved on and found a school, NSU, to study forensic psychology for my master's. And then from then, I'm still going to go to NSU. I'm going to apply for their PsyD clinical psychology program. So that will allow me to practice as a clinical psychologist, but because of my master's, I am viable in the forensic psychology aspect, therefore I can work as one. People go different routes. Just because you didn't go my route, that's okay. You're always going to be able to figure out how to wiggle your way in there. If you really want it, you're going to be able to figure it out. Trust me. 3, just like my mama Gina B says, if it were easy, everybody would do it. You need to understand that it's going to be difficult and it's not always going to be easy. When the times get tough, and take this as a life lesson as well, you need to remember your why. Just create a why in your life. You need to have a purpose. 4, never stop learning. You need to always be learning. You need to be reading. You need to be updating yourself. No one's going to hold your hand when you're a clinical psychologist working for yourself, that you need to be updated on what's going on in the realm of psychology, whether it's been 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, you get the picture. The second that someone tells me that they don't need to learn anymore because they know it all, tells me that you can't evolve. 5, you don't need to go to the best school. Just go to a school. Find a school and just start. You're never going to be able to get your goal if you just never start. I don't even care if it's an associate's degree and you're taking your gen eds. Start something. 6, you need to find your own path. Once you start this path, you are never going to be able to look at society the same. So you need to understand that there is a good and bad part to society. Those rose-colored glasses are going to be taken off your face and you're never going to be able to look at society the same. Understand, though, that that's not always a bad thing because it can kind of make you more safe in a way. 7, you won't have to worry about your grades if you reframe your thinking and think, I'm going to school to learn something. I'm not chasing a grade. Screw the grades. The good grades are going to come to you when you fully understand that, hey, I'm here to learn something. And if I don't understand, I need to ask questions. Nobody cares about the grade when you graduate. Nobody cares. I don't care if somebody had straight C's the whole time, but they know what they're talking about. Just because you get an A in something doesn't mean that you know more than the people who got a C in it. Stop chasing a grade, chase learning. 8, do what you need to do to get into school and afford it. Just because there's a delay in paying for school does not mean that it's a weakness. It actually just is a test of how much you really want this. And I promise you, if you keep with something and you really attain your goal and you're obsessed with it, watch how much farther you come than the people that it came easier to. 9, stop being judgmental and quick to give an answer. I also am failing in this sometimes because I'm like, oh, well, I know the answer to that. Let me tell you how this. And I'm realizing, hey, you got to retract back. Let people talk. Fill the room with silence. Let people talk. Stop being so judgmental. Understand that a person creates negative behaviors and starts performing them due to something in their life, whether it's trauma, most of the time it is, or something else that bothers them that subconsciously they don't even know. Take the judgment out of it. You need to be able to learn how to be unbiased if you're going to be a clinical psychologist, let alone a forensic psychologist. 10, have fun learning, question others' behavior, and bring happiness to the world. You're going to be learning so many things about negative behavior and people's traumas. How do we reframe that and bring it into society? How do we take those negative behaviors, learn from it, in order to show society, hey, this is what we need to do earlier in life. This is what we blah, blah, blah. We already know things, but people don't really act on them. How can you bring what you know about the darkness of the world to the light? How do we help people with this? I know a lot that goes into forensic psychology from studying it so far. I myself started social media in the biggest depression of my life, and it opened up my eyes so dramatically at how people don't understand mental health and how they're very, very easy to discard you rather than actually look at you as a human being. Please, if you're going to go for this degree, do your due diligence and please bring some happiness to the world. Just because you know the ins and outs of negativity does not mean that we have to pass it on to society. Take care of yourself mentally, physically, and take care of others. Be an open ear for someone. Understand that people act a certain way because of things they've been through. Bring happiness to the world. That's all I ask. These are the biggest tips that I have for you guys. I think number 10 is the most important. What do you guys think?